Mixing the new in with the old. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Zach, and in this video I'll be running down my top 3 moments from the second episode of Once Upon a Time. This week we get a bit more development between the connection of Frozen, the newest Disney franchise, and all of the other stories that we grew up with and love, like Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, Rumpelstiltskin, and all the others. This episode was titled Whiteout. The first of my top 3 moments is when Anna arrives in the Enchanted Forest. The first scene we see in this storyline is Anna walking up to a barn house and being met by David, played by Josh Dallas, back when he was a shepherd, long before the curse, or even that he knew he had an identical brother. Anna mentions being on a secret mission from someone in Arendelle, and David says, "Oh, you know Kristoff." Wait, what? What? So ABC is twisting this so that there's a pre-existing relationship between the newest characters and the older characters who have already established a relationship. I didn't know how to take this when I first watched it, but I'm keeping an open mind, so hopefully things will start to make a little more sense as the episodes go on. Their conversation gets cut short as they are approached by an evil figure, who I will mention in my second point, who is basically a tax collector with a shepherd's crook. This woman is looking for a collection from David and his mother that they owe her so that they can continue living with their farm, and David says he doesn't have it. So she slams her crook on the ground and brands them both, meaning that they are now her slaves. Anna observes this conversation quietly, and when the woman leaves, encourages David that this is a battle he has to fight. He comes back at her and says, "What's the point? I'm not going to win." To which she replies, "That's why you have to fight, because it seems like there's no chance." This is the overlying message of this entire episode, is when you feel that there is nothing you can do and you've been defeated, that's when you need to stand up and fight. In a figurative sense. Hopefully not a literal sense, because, well, that's just not good. The next day, Anna trains David to use a sword so he can stand up to this woman and take back what is rightfully theirs. After all is said and done, and David triumphs over this warlord person, we see Anna getting ready to leave and continue her journey in the Enchanted Forest. She asks David's mother if she knows anyone who can help her deal with magic. His mother says there is, but I can't say it out loud, so I'll write it on a piece of paper. As Anna is leaving on David's horse that he has just given to her as a gift, she opens a paper and says, Rumpelstiltskin. We know from countless examples that Rumpelstiltskin is notorious for making deals and using his magic to benefit himself. And from the pilot episode, we know Anna and Rumpelstiltskin have a little bit of history from when Elsa found Anna's necklace in Mr. Gold's pawn shop in Storybrooke. Throughout this entire sequence, all I can think in my mind is, why don't you just say you don't know Arendelle and build a relationship from there instead of creating an already existing relationship that really doesn't make a lot of sense. This just increases my hunger on wanting to know how they're going to make all of this make sense. David, or Prince Charming as we all know him, should not know Arendelle, should not know any of the characters, but ABC is making it so that they do. I don't completely understand why ABC thought there needed to be a pre-existing relationship between the new Frozen cast and all of the other characters in this Once Upon a Time universe, but again, I'm really hoping that they establish everything real soon so that all of us can have a little bit of clarity and start really liking what's going on. My second top 3 moment is the appearance of a nursery rhyme character in the Enchanted Forest. When Anna and David are having their first interaction in the Enchanted Forest, they are interrupted by Bo Peep, played by Robin Wergert. She is taking on a warlord persona, or if you want to take it into more modern terms, a tax collector with a magical shepherd's crook. This is the first time that a character outside of the Disney universe has been brought into Once Upon a Time, but not the first time that we've seen them turn evil, if you'll recall from Season 3. Bo Peep is looking for David and his mother to pay her what they owe her, or she's going to brand them, which means using her magical shepherd's crook to make them her slaves. Further along in the episode, after Anna and David have their sword training and the big long discussion about fighting battles that you know you can't win, he goes to her and actually defeats her. Again, I really like the message that they're taking with this episode, that you can conquer anything if you put your mind to it, and the fact that Anna has taught David how to use a sword is actually kind of cool. The third of my top 3 moments is Elsa's ice dungeon. When Emma, played by Jennifer Morrison, and David go to investigate the big ice wall that is surrounding the town, Emma finds Elsa and tries to calm her down. Unfortunately, this doesn't work and her powers escalate and encases her and Emma in this big ice cavern. Elsa, of course, has no problem because the cold never bothered her anyway, but Emma isn't so resistant to the cold. Her body freezes up and attempts to lie down to sleep. Of course, as everyone knows, don't go to sleep when you're freezing cold, because then you will die. So Elsa encourages Emma to keep talking about her life and really just keep her busy and distracted so that she doesn't lie down and even worse things don't happen. Further along in the episode, David messages Emma through the radio once he realizes who Anna is and explains that even though she doesn't feel that she can control her powers and she can't win, that's what she has to do because, as it's been stated before, those battles that you feel you can't win, you have to fight. Elsa reaches inside herself to control her magic and melts a hole in the ice wall so that she and Emma can get out safely. Unfortunately, through this whole ordeal, she loses Anna's necklace, but luckily, David has Bo Peep's shepherd's crook in Storybrooke so that they can track Anna down. I really like that Elsa hasn't become the villain for this season, but I still have questions. How does David know Arendelle, and what's Anna's relationship with Rumpelstiltskin? I know all of these questions are going to be answered in time, I'm just really impatient. And this video would not be complete if I did not give my thoughts on the end of the episode, where Anna is attempting to take down the ice wall now that she can control her magic and actually melt the ice, but it doesn't work. She casts her magic, but the ice fortress stays up, meaning that something's going on in Storybrooke that's keeping it alive. We're then cut to the town's ice cream parlor where we see a woman flash freeze ice cream, then leans against the wall and the wall freezes. I think it's the White Witch, the character that Elsa is based off of. I think this would be an incredible angle for ABC to work in, having the newest Disney character be introduced to all the old ones, and then the original character that she is based off of coming in and being like, hey kid, I know you're new and all, so let me show you the ropes. I don't mean this to say that she is going to show Elsa how to be evil, because that could have catastrophic consequences. But what do you guys think? If you watched this episode, what did you guys think about Bo Peep being this evil warlord character? What did you think about David knowing Kristoff and Arendelle in general? And how do you think it's going to go over when Anna and Gold are finally introduced to each other? Once Upon a Time is off to a great but weird start, and I'm really excited to see where all this is going. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to punch the like button if you enjoyed it, share it around with your friends, hit that little subscribe button up there to be notified of all my latest videos, and comment below so we can chat. You can find me at ZachAttack on Facebook and Google+, as well as ZXK77 on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to check out my previous video in the series, you can click over that way. All these links will be in the description below. It's been great talking to you, and I'll see you in my next video. Live to be different, and be who you were born to be. What am I No, don't say that. Bleh. Was I encouraged? I don't know. I don't really know. Something to think about. What am I saying? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying a lot of things. Okay.